Welcome to Naledi's Subspace.
What's good? What's popping, everybody? Thank you so much for coming to my channel and checking this video out. My name is Naledi Mketezi. Thank you so much. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how and why I became a software engineer or a developer. Well, I can be many things. I can be a web app developer, I can be a web application developer, I can be a mobile developer. So I'll just say software engineer just to cover all my corners. Okay, so basically a good lie would be that I've always okay, a good lie would be that I've always enjoyed playing with computers, and I've always loved playing with cell phones, and I've always loved breaking things and putting them back together. That would be a lie, but a good one. I mean, come on. Okay, so one of the reasons why I became a software engineer is because I didn't know that I was becoming one. So I became one. It was a coincidence, basically, but I'm glad that it sort of like falls within what I've always wanted to do and what I've always enjoyed doing. It was fixing things. Pretty much when there's a broken TV, they call a lady to come. Okay, not broken, but like, you get what I'm saying. I don't know, I just keep on touching my face. Guys, my hands are clean, and besides I'm in my room, so relax. Okay, so whenever I've always loved fixing things. I've always enjoyed solving math problems. So I've always been that kid, right? So me getting into IT was not intentional, but it was a calling. You know how actors and singers are like, it was a calling. Okay, that's basically what IT was to me. It was a calling, because for as much as I've always wanted to use computers, because I've always been told that my fingers are long, I'm gonna work with computers and whatnot. I think it was a whole lot of things that led me into it. So I had a friend who used to like tell me, okay, not me, but like a group of us, like her friends, a group of her friends, which was part of, about the fact that she wanted to study IT at UJ, and I sort of like, okay, I didn't care. Because I'd applied for other things. I didn't know what I wanted to study, but what I knew was that I wanted to do something I had not done before, because I get bored very easily. Like, I cannot be doing accounting because I was doing accounting in school. I didn't want to do anything with life sciences because I've done it in school. I didn't want to do, you know what I mean, the list goes on. But I knew that I wanted to do maths, right? Fine. So yes, and then I applied. I remember I had applied for this other course that I was not interested in at all. I remember going, okay, so I had to also get interviewed rather, and then I had to go do what do you call it, shadowing. Go shadow someone who does the job and write notes and get a letter that you really did do the shadowing. So that was it, and then I aced it, got accepted. My mom was like, babes, so I had to choose between the two. I had to either do IT or the other one, and my mom was like, go for the other one, because baby girl, mama, I was like, no, I'm not about, it was like a speech pathology and audiology, something like that. And most of the time you have to work with kids, and I've not been a patient person, especially with kids. So I knew that I was not going to do well. And I was like, okay, fine. And the other one is a BSc. So besides, baby girl, let me just go for it. My mom was like, everybody's doing IT. You can't go for IT, whatnot. But I was not having it. Yeah, I was like, I've never met anyone who did IT. And you know those people who do ITs in colleges, I remember I was in a taxi, I digress. And I met this other girl we used to use the same transport to school. She's like, I'm doing IT. So I'm like, so what are you doing really like at school? Because I thought we could. And she's like, they teaching them how to install antiviruses. yeah, I just felt like, okay, it is part of IT. Now that I come to think of it, for as much as at the time I was like, okay, we're being disrespected here, but anyway, yeah, it is part of IT. IT is very broad. There's hardware, there's software. Even that is still IT. Like, it's acceptable. It's part of it. It's part of it. So pretty much, yeah. And then I, at the end of the day, decided that I was going to go for IT, and also how I came to apply for it. I went to their table at the open day, and then they were like, no, we write algorithms, you know, all those fancy terms that they use. Like, guys, like the term instantiation. Why would you use instead of saying creation? It means like similar concepts, okay? But anyway, they were talking about algorithms and stuff. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, y'all. And to be quite honest with you, at the time, I didn't even know what code looked like. I remember the entire December when I was in matric, after matric, the whole December before starting uni the following year, I was Googling computer science, and then they were writing all these fancy things, and I was just like lost, and I was like, oh my goodness, what have I got myself into? But I was looking forward to the challenge, and the fact that there was mathematics, which was even more exciting. I was literally looking forward to starting already, and I told myself that whether I enjoy it or not, I'm just gonna go through with it and see how it goes. Fine. And then I literally started, and yeah, because you know, and you're always gonna meet those kids who are privileged to have had computers prior to uni, because my very first computer that I had ever owned was the one that I had when I was in first year. So at the time, I didn't know a lot of things, guys. I was just lucky that I was smart enough to figure things out. And yes, it was the worst, because you always got the kids who did like programming in high school, and already they have an idea. Didn't even know something as simple as a variable, what that meant, had no idea. But I'm grateful to have chosen it. Well, I'd like to think that it chose me, because it was I don't know how it happened, but it did happen, and I'm grateful for it. And it's one of the things that I would choose to do, that I would choose to do any day, and I don't see myself doing anything else, because fam, I love feeling smart. You know, when you get something working, when you get your program working, it makes you feel so good. I read this other book. It said, so the guy was saying that happiness, you know, like, it's sometimes we just being unrealistic about the whole term of happiness, that you create your own happiness and whatnot. And then if you want to be happy forever, attach your happiness to solving problems, because problems will be endless. And if you attach your, and then you solve, and then you are happy the whole time. So basically, that is just me. I'm like, not a happiness addict, but I'm like a problem solver addict. So it makes me feel so good. It would literally make my day for the fact that I got my program working. So yeah, so it is a fun and a great industry to get into, technology. It's changing all the time. You never get bored. We don't do the same things every day. You get to discover new things, you get to build new things, you get to basically be smart and clever. You know, for as much as people are saying that computers are smart, Facebook is smart, those are literally like a bunch of algorithms that are built by people. So yeah, you can just say be smart, and thank you very much. So basically, that's the story of me becoming a software engineer. And yeah, I hope you get inspired and get into it. It's literally one of the most beautiful industries to get into. IT, technology, not IT but technology, building. Basically, that's what we do. We build technology to make people's lives much more easier and to solve problems, even though people complain about the fact that technology is taking away jobs and whatnot. But I mean, to be quite honest with you, we can work with people to make a world a better place, and save time. Imagine if you had to capture, or let's say you had to write down, okay, I don't have an example at the top of my head right now, but you get what I'm saying. We work with people so that they use the system to do whatever. Okay, imagine like a calculating whatnot, and you had to calculate from scratch, and you have like 5 people. Every single time you have to do the same thing. So now we're like saving time so that we can literally service more people in a short space of time. Not even in a short space of time, but like service more people at a time or whatever, compared to when you had to do everything manually. So for me, we literally can work together. I don't think the whole point and the whole purpose of technology is to take away jobs from people, but for efficiency and accuracy of whatever it is that we do, and I absolutely love it. There are a couple of universities that offer that, and there's courses as well that you can take up to learn how to program, to learn how to write code. So hopefully in one of my videos I will do a video on how to write a web page using strictly HTML. You don't need any app, you don't need any IDE, which is, I think it's, I don't know what the I stands for. Is it independent development environment, whatever? Yeah, I need to go check that out actually. Yes, so you don't need anything, you just need your notepad and a few tags, and then you have your web page. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Thank you so much. Bye.